Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode. I hope you're all doing fantastic. We've only got 2 post-com games to show you before we get into the live action of the day. So, starting us off is Espanyol at home, and the top scorer in the league, Moussa Dembele, he is in fine form for Atletico. I mentioned the partnership of ourselves and João Felix was the reason that I really wanted to join Atletico, but Dembele, man, is playing so good at the moment. So, the way he's playing, he could well get the golden boot of La Liga. So, let's show you what happened then in the first game of the day. Speaking of João Felix, he was the reason we were 1-0 in front as he lifted the ball to the back post and Nicolo Barella arrived to nod home after 23 minutes. We did not have it all our way though. Espanyol were asking some questions. Jan Oblak, brilliant save here with the right hand to keep it out at his near post and make sure the score remained 1-0. We did get our second goal as well in the second half. Dembele, the man of the moment, he slotted home after, and I did actually try to cross the ball. It wasn't a shot, I assure you of that, but it was a driven pass, and it kind of like didn't go to plan, but it was on target, so it looked like I shot, but I assure you I was meaning to just sort of drive the ball across the face of goal. Thankfully, though, keeper palmed it straight to Dembele, but there was an opportunity for Espanyol as they got a goal back through Nicolo Zaniolo, I believe it was, and the final score, 2-1 Atletico. So a big win that, because the way we were playing sort of last time out, you know, we were very close to the games. I was thinking, please don't throw this away. But we held on to it, a 2-0 win, a 2-1 win, sorry, not a 2-0 win. And then our final game was against Celta Vigo, a side that I used to have a career mode with back in the day. So I was feeling pretty good about this game heading into it until 16 minutes in, they took the lead. And I looked at the goal back, and there's just so much we could have done better in that one. But we needed a response, and boy, did we get it. 22nd minute, I scored what I would describe as our best goal in Atletico colours to date. We picked the ball up on the edge of the area, worked space for a shot, and then rifled it in the top corner. So that has to be the best goal we've scored for Atletico so far. And we were 2-1 up when João Felix was set through by us. He was forced wide, but he pulled the ball back, and we were there to stroke it home into the bottom right corner. So he picked one out into the top corner. That time it was in the bottom corner, and it was 2-1 Atletico. The turnaround was complete, but there was time as well in the first half for João Felix to get on the score sheet. We sent him through. He found the corner of the goal, and there is that little link-up play, the partnership that we spoke about. But where's Dembele's goal, you're thinking? Well, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because that is coming up, as Felix really should have had a second for himself. But this, then, is the moment that the league top scorer got himself on the score sheet. Felix provider again, this time pulling it back for Dembele to find the finish. Full time, having gone 1-0 down in the game, we came back to win it by 4-1. What a response from the lads. Let's see what the live games have in store for us today. 3 games to come in the live section of the episode. Valencia, leg 2 of the semi-finals of the Copa de España, followed by Sevilla away, and then leg 2 against Manchester United in the Champions League, saving the Real Madrid game, the Madrid derby, for the start of the next episode. So we got 3 tough games coming up. We knew what was in store for us in the month of March, and now it's about trying to get results in all 3 of these games, starting with this one here against Valencia. So let's waste no time, and let's get ourselves into this game. Here is Gnabry with a flick up and shots, and Silerson will claim that easily. There's no João Felix in the starting 11 tonight for Atletico. He's on the bench. Instead, Maxi Gomez is alongside Moussa Dembele. The players to watch, though, apparently, Batshuayi and myself. So I need to have a say on the game. We do have the aggregate lead by 1-0, but that could all change depending on how this free kick goes. Sent in, and Batshuayi's there to meet it. Commentator's curse. What was I saying? That could all change depending on the free kick. Well, there you go. Batshuayi, player to watch for Valencia, has scored their opening goal of this game. 1-1 on aggregate. I take it back. Great header, to be fair. Great header. Here is Barella. Back heels it into our path. We've taken it quite well as well. We need to find a cut back here. There's Dembele. It's blocked from a certain goal by Moussa Dembele. I don't know who it was who made that block, but it is a goal-saving block indeed. Souček 1-2 with Manu Vallejo. And Oblak makes the save. We could have been 2-0 down there if Oblak wasn't alert to the shot. Driving at Valencia, trying to work our way into the penalty area. We've done just that. And it's going to be a penalty kick, says the referee. I'm not so sure, but he's given it. And this is a great chance now then for us to get back in front on aggregate. I don't think it's a penalty. I was just trying to make anything happen. Picked up the ball quite far away from goal and just ran into the area. Tete is the man who apparently has fouled us. I mean, we did get there, but then we kick it straight out of play, I think. So it's a little bit harsh, but it is given by the referee. And the responsibility is with Moussa Dembele, the top scorer in La Liga this season, the top scorer in this Atletico side. And he's missed it. The penalties in this series have not been what you want to see. I think we've only scored like 2 in like 90 minutes. Obviously in the penalty shootout that doesn't count because we have guaranteed 5. But in terms of all the penalties we've taken, pretty sure we've only scored twice. Oh, that's another one to add to the miss collection. Masuaku into Parejo. Now Manu Vallejo, great turn. It's a penalty kick. It's given by the ref. Oh, I spoke about the signs not pointing in our favour for tonight. We missed a penalty in the first half, and now Valencia have got one in the second. Oh, man. Change here for them as Batshuayi's going off, and on now comes João Felix, but it's for Dembele. And I did mention it. Gomez has not really done anything tonight. Dani Parejo from the Sports. It's in, and as it stands, Valencia are going to the Copa de España final with half an hour to play. Oh dear. This has really thrown us off. Felix is on now at least, so maybe that's going to give us a bit more attacking inspiration. Oblak guessed the wrong way. Dani Parejo keeps his composure. 2-0 Valencia, 2-1 on aggregate, and we now have to score. Oh, man. Here is Barella, now to João Felix. Felix has the run coming in from Gomez. Gomez with a shot. Silerson with the save. 18 minutes to play, and it remains 2-0. Barella into the feet of Felix. Back towards Barella, crosses the ball in. Headed out easily by Valencia. Time ticking away, a minute to play in the game. Souček can play it out wide to waste a bit more time to Rafa. We need to try and win this back, and somehow that ball has gone through me. Okay, a minute left, that's it. We're not going to get through. Rafa takes it in the corner, sends the cross in. Game, set, and match. I feel like I don't even know. We're not even going to reach the final of the Copa de España. We lost in the Supercopa final to Barca. And tonight, we missed a penalty. Dembele missed from 6 yards, was it? Maxi Gomez had a couple of chances. And in the end, Batshuayi's header and a Dani Parejo penalty is going to see Valencia into the Copa de España final. Look at the reaction. Says it all, really. I'll show you the match facts. I'm pretty sure tonight, the amount of chances we had, we should have got through. There are the match facts for you. We had more shots, more on target tonight, 4% more possession, but we're not through to the final. That's Valencia's night. If you actually look at where the shots on target were from as well, we had, look at the areas, man. That Dembele one there. Oh, dear. That's just, wow, wow, wow. Anyways, on to Sevilla then, back in La Liga. And then after that, we need a performance against Man United. Felix starts alongside Pepe as well. Both of those coming into the starting 11. So all captains aside, and we need a response from that last game. Let's do it. Crunching tackle, but we win possession as we now have an opportunity. 3-on-2 to attack at Sevilla, and it's come from us winning back the ball. Felix on the right-hand side, lays it across to Dembele! Sevilla 0, Atletico 1. Dembele passed up 2 opportunities in that last game. He's not going to pass up a third. Great cross, great finish, but it all started with that crunching tackle in our own half to win back possession. We've added that to our game this year in a more deeper role in the Atletico lineup. We were so used to playing just in behind the striker, didn't have to worry about defending. But now we do, and that just shows you as we put in a great challenge to win back the ball. Dembele gets his 21st goal of the campaign. Ocampos down the right-hand side. Last few seconds of normal time as we now are into injury time. And elsewhere, Barcelona leading by 2-0 in their game. So this will keep the gap at 6 points. If it remains the same, Pepe with a run through the middle. Tried to find him, but there is full time. Atletico 1, Sevilla 0. I don't really know how to feel about that game because I actually think we played better against Valencia in terms of creating chances than we did here. But we got the win in this game, yet we lost the other one 2-0. So, bit of a strange couple of games for us. Moussa Dembele's goal is enough for the 3 points. But in terms of goal difference, I feel like that hasn't helped our case at all. As I said, Barca were 2-0 up in their game. It's probably finished 2-0 as well. So, on to Manchester United for the final game of the day. And fingers crossed we'll make it through in the Champions League. So we still have something to go for. Here we go then for the Champions League second leg. And as you can see, fitness-wise, I'm not quite fully fit. I might have to think about resting in one of the games coming up. But I really want to play the Madrid derby, so I'll definitely be playing that one. We've got a strong team, 5 minutes a half. And I hope that Manchester United just don't come and sit behind the ball because that will frustrate us even more, especially after the first leg, and that's all they did at home. I'll imagine they'll try and at least attack to grab an away goal because that will give them the best chance of going through, but if they do come here and just sit behind the ball, it's going to be a very long game for us. Here is Marcus Rashford, now plays the ball to Pablo Fornals, who has met Oblak, and he saved it with his right hand. What a chance for United 15 minutes into the game. They're not sitting back like I expected them to. They are looking for this away goal. Mendy's shot is blocked in the box and headed away. So this is the game plan. It's try and get an away goal very quickly here for United and then probably sit behind the ball. Pablo Fornals into the feet of Dan James, playing up front tonight. And another save by Oblak. They've got Rashford on the left and Dan James leading the Manchester United line. Oblak should catch that corner and does. Very nervy start to the game for us here, allowing United a bit too much time and space on the ball. And that's allowing them the opportunity. So we need to try and get a bit of a foothold on the game. Marcus Rashford on this left-hand side. It's all United in this first half as Dan James towards Pereira. His volley is blocked. We're struggling to get out of our defensive third here. We're a minute away until half-time and we've done absolutely nothing going forward. Aaron Wan-Bissaka now towards Pereira again. If United grab a goal, this will make it very tough for us. As Fornals looking for the shot. Ferro blocks it. And again, we're forced to kick it out. We've just got no control, no composure in this opening half here. Really has been poor. Pereira, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we need to get in at 0-0. We really do. Bit of trickery. Now Mendy into the feet of Fornals. Dispossessed. And there is the half-time whistle. Simeone, we need some inspiration. You've got to have a good half-time team talk because we have been awful here. Mendy into the feet of Fornals, who has a shooting opportunity. We're trying to do what we can to prevent that. And we win it back after some good defensive work. But right now, that's what we're being forced into doing. Defensive work. Dembele out to Egerstein. I can't even make really a run because if I do, I'm just going to run out of stamina, as you can see. We win a free kick. 22 minutes to go. We've not even had a shot yet. I'm not talking about shot on target. I'm talking about shot altogether. We haven't even had the ball in Man United's penalty area, I don't think. Here is Fornals. Pass out wide to Rashford was on. We stopped that very quickly. But it's United who are coming forward again. Fornals into Poulsen. Now Rashford. Back to Fornals for Oblak to save it. 5 minutes to play. And we are just about holding on here. There is full time then. We are off into extra time. 30 more minutes of football. And we have to try and survive. Williams' ball seeks out Poulsen. It's a great pick out. Now Rashford! It's so well worked by Manchester United. And it's all they've deserved tonight. Oh, man. We're going out of the Champions League. What a move. Brandon Williams' ball. Poulsen's back heel. Sets up Marcus Rashford as he fires it home into the bottom corner. I tried to react and get there, but what are we doing? Defensively, we are all over the place. And we've had nothing going forward. So I think it's safe to say we are probably out of the Champions League, but for a miracle here. An away goal as well. I'm not sure if that. I'm not sure if in extra time away goals count or not. If it does, then we now need 2 in the next 20 minutes. Excuse me. We don't really deserve to find 2 goals in 20 minutes. if we're being completely honest. And Paulson might just make this worse as he finds Rashford again. I'm basically out of stamina completely as well. There's nothing really more I can give here. We've had such a tight run of games, and that's offside. 3 minutes until the first half of extra time is done, and we are now behind. Serge Gnabry's ball out wide towards Felix. I'm trying to get into the penalty area. João Felix here fighting for possession. He's won it. Now the ball into Eggestein, whose header was not bad at all, but De Gea read it and caught it. That's probably been our best chance, actually, of the entire match. And it was a header that really came from nothing. But that is the first half of extra time done with. 15 more minutes to play. And unless we find a goal or two, if the away goals count, then we're out of the Champions League. And this is literally 2 games we'll have played in the Champions League before we are already out. Oh dear me, what have we done today? This is quite possibly the worst performance we've put in since we've joined Atletico. We lost to Rayo Vallecano in the last video as well, 1-0, and that wasn't even as bad as this. So that says a lot, really, doesn't it? As Gnabry's going to find us. I'm on the last legs, really, of what I can give to the team. That's a foul, referee. Higuain plays on. Come on, ref! Seriously! How are you going to blow the whistle now? I know we're over the time, but the amount of times we've played like 5 minutes when it's been +2, yet the one time we need that extra little bit, he's blowing the whistle immediately. United have gone through. Our Champions League journey's ended before it even really began. And all I can say is we deserve that from the way we played on the night. There's just, sometimes we watch us defend and we just like invite pressure on us. There was never a moment where we closed down this Manchester United team. At Old Trafford, we had them behind the ball for 90 minutes, trying to find the breakthrough. We were quick to close them down. Tonight, we sat off and we allowed them the pressure, and that's why we've lost the game. So that now means that our focus is entirely on La Liga, with 12 games to play, 6 points behind Barcelona. It's going to be a big ask to try and catch them, but that's all we can now do, because as you might have seen, well, you will have seen it, we're out of the Copa de España. The final will be played against Barcelona. The team that knocked us out, Valencia, is against Barca, so if we'd have got there, we'd have had to play Barca anyway. And for the Champions League, as you saw, our journey has come to an end. Although, for some reason there, it's saying aggregate scoreline 1-0 Manchester United. Oh, wait, it's not done the draw, that's why. Because there's still some games to be played. I was like, why hasn't it gone through? So yeah, but that's it. So our only focus now is on La Liga. Disappointing, especially given the way I felt we were the better team in the Valencia game in terms of creating a lot more than they did, but we just didn't take the chances we had. That I didn't feel like we deserved to be knocked out from. But you can have no question about being deservingly knocked out of the Champions League. United the better team on the night. We just didn't do ourselves proud at all. So, yeah, main focus back to La Liga, starting with the Madrid derby at the beginning of the next episode. But if you enjoyed this one, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive thank you for all of the support on the channel as well. And a huge thank you for the support on the series recently. You guys have been smashing it, so if we could keep that up, that would be fantastic. Until next time, though, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will catch you all again with another video very soon. Adios!